What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of The Road to Glory. First things first guys, if you could drop a thumbs up on the video, it would be very much appreciated. And secondly, you can see on the screen the team that we're going into the next game with. Of course, we are 1-1 after 2 games. I lost my very first game for only the 3rd time this FIFA. As I was kind of talking about in the last video, I was mentioning this on Nick's stream as well. I've kind of lost motivation to play Foot Champs to the best of my ability every weekend, just because I don't need the rewards. Which is a crazy thing to say. If you would have said to me, like at the start of the year, you'll turn down, you'll basically give up working towards a guaranteed 3 inform pack and 70,000 coins, I would have been like, you are crazy. There's no way I'd give that up. And yet here we are. I'm in a position now where I can feel myself just like conceding a goal and just being like, oh man, what's the point? I can't be bothered. And it's a really weak mentality to have from me. And I want to change it. I'm going to try and over the next after this weekend league, which hopefully I'll still get elite. You know what I mean? I'm still going to try my best. But after this weekend league, I'm going to try and sort the account out, clear it out, get to a point, and then set myself goals each week so that we can work towards them together. And it might be a situation where, we tried the fun teams and we're using a fun team right now. But last weekend league, I had more fun starting with Jonas and starting with Lacazette than I do with this team that I've built here. So there may well be a situation where I change and rebuild the teams again and go into the weekend league, maybe with 4 different teams and just rotate the teams and see what happens. But anyway, some questions. The first question is from Liam George. He says, hey Nep, I think you should keep the Felipe Luis because Coutinho could get player of the month and you might need a high-rated Brazilian inform. Very smart indeed. Just so you know, since yesterday's video went live, and it's not because of the video either, because it actually started happening before the video went live, Felipe Luis has already risen to 120,000 coins, and he's still in packs. Makes me feel like he's probably going to go up to like 150, 160, maybe as much as 180. It's going to, and this is exactly the situation I'm saying. Right now, for example, those 3 Felipe Luises that I bought for 100,000 coins each. If I sold them right now, I would make 60,000 coins profit. If I finish gold 1 in Foot Champs, I make 50,000 coins and 2 100k packs. So already I've got 10,000 coins more in coins, and obviously I have I've negated the 190,000 coins away from the 2 100k packs. If he goes up to 150,000 coins, or what I actually believe he'll go up to like 175, 180. So let's even take the lower end of that, and let's say he goes up to 160. That means we make 180,000 coins profit before tax on Felipe Luis, which is almost those 2 100k packs. So we're just short the 50,000 coins. You see where I'm coming from with that whole situation of I'm able to generate far more coins by clever investing and ones to watch trading than I am through Foot Champs, just because I've got a nice big base to work from. So that's just where I'm at. But in what you say, Liam George, you could potentially be correct, but I wouldn't count my chickens for Coutinho right now. I mean, Aguero is having a great time. Dele Alli is having a great time. Who else are we seeing? Zlatan's doing okay. Who's the one that I thought would be Eden Hazard? Eden Hazard is just killing it right now. 2 goals against Manchester City, phenomenal goal for Chelsea over the weekend. Like there's a lot of contentions for Player of the Month this early on in the month that I wouldn't sit here at the moment and start thinking, oh, it could be this guy, it could be that guy. Maybe another game or 2 down the line, it might be worth it. But right now, I would say hold off. But I'm going to be holding on to those Felipe Luises anyway. Momon says, hey Nep, I recently started doing SBC to Glory where I can make a new account and transfer 30,000 coins to all the profitable SBCs. Transfer the profit back to my main account and transfer the 30k left to an account and repeat the process. I went from 200,000 coins to 1 million in 3 days, and today when I logged on, EA took all of my coins because they thought I was buying coins. I just lost 1 mil and I don't know what to do. Any advice would be appreciated, like Sonep can see. The advice is don't do that. That is against the terms of service. You are not allowed to transfer coins from one account to another. So there's nothing you can do. You can't contact EA and say they're all your accounts because they don't know that for sure, which is why the rule of you are not allowed to transfer coins is in the game. And it's actually been in the game since way, way early on. I was speaking to a man called Al Reed who used to work for EA back in FIFA 12. And I said, let's assume I have 1 million coins on one account that I bought with FIFA points. And then I have another account that I started fresh. Can I not transfer those coins over to myself? And he said, no, it's against terms of service. So there you go. That, like, what you did is actually against the terms of service, hence the reason EA removed your coins. There are a few things you can do to get around this. Number one is you can be a lot more sensible with the players that you buy from each account so that it goes a little bit more unnoticed. Use bronze cards that are in the league SBCs, the Dutch League, the Saudi League, the BPL, the Scottish Premier League, the Liga Santander, the Calcio A. Use those kind of bronzes and don't buy them for max bin at 10,000. Buy them for like 3,000 to 4,000 each. Sure, it will take a little bit longer to trade the coins over, but you'll get less risk. The other thing you can do is store your coins in cards. So if you've got 1 million coins, go and buy a card that's worth 800,000 coins, because if they wipe your coins and then you've got a player that's there that like, let's say you've traded 1 million coins over and then you go and buy a player worth 900,000 coins and then they wipe your coins, they're only wiping 100,000 coins. You've still got a 900,000 coin player that you can sell and use those coins for. But bottom line is, dude, you broke the rules and that was the punishment, unfortunately. Trevor Downey says, will the FUT birthday cards ever become in use? I've invested in Tyro, but I've already lost a whole lot of coins on him. Should I just cut my losses and hang on for a couple of weeks? I mean, I as you saw, I invested in Adrian Ramos, and his price went from 20,000 coins down to 14,000 coins. I was like, wait, what? I don't understand why the prices went down so much. I kind of do, because they are low rated and common. But we're in a situation now where they're out of packs and they will start raising even a little bit. But I believe, and a lot of people misinterpreted what I said with this, I believe that EA will do an SBC that require a FUT birthday card. A lot of people, both on Reddit and the forums, were under the impression that I meant that one of the FUT birthday SBCs will require a FUT birthday card. I didn't say that. I don't believe I alluded to that fact. I believe in the future, like with the Movember cards, I believe EA will do an SBC that will require a FUT birthday card, simply because there are so many of them on the market and they are so cheap. And they've done everything else. Like, they haven't done Team of the Group stage yet, although they have, because they've done SBCs that require non-common and gold special cards, which then alludes to every single card in the game that's not a gold card or well, basically not a gold card, really. So I personally believe that they will do something, and that's why I think I'm probably going to risk a lot this time around in putting a lot of my coins in a lot of these cheap FUT birthday cards, because even if it takes 2 weeks, 4 weeks or 6 weeks and they do release an SBC that requires one of those, I will double my money that I invest at least. If I buy a Taiwo for 13,000 coins and all of a sudden you need an SBC card a FUT birthday card in an SBC, Taiwo will likely go to like 30 to 35, maybe even 40,000 coins during the hype. So at that stage, I'll make an absolute killing. So yeah, that's my opinion. And like, what's really interesting about a lot of these FUT birthday cards is that they're cheap because they don't fit teams that people use. You know, you've got Ashley Cole, no one uses MLS. Emenike, no one uses the Turkish league. Wellington, I don't even know what league he's from. Is it the Japanese, the Korean league? I think. Like Darren Bent from the Championship. And this is why I believe chemistry needs to be removed in the game, because EA have released all these phenomenal new cards and no one can use them because they don't fit with teams. It's very silly. We've got Just2 Gaming says, hey Nep, I was thinking about that this FIFA new update or in the next FIFA, because I don't think the FUT Champions will be stopped, that you should be able to pack a FUT Champions token. So it would be like FUT Draft token where you get a free entry into the weekend league. I get in every weekend, but I think it would be a good idea, as it would allow people who don't qualify to have the chance to experience the weekend league, and some players just don't get the chance. I'd like to know your thoughts and opinions on this. Love your videos, keep up the great work. I mean, I personally think this is a bad idea. I don't think giving people who don't have the ability to qualify a free entry will benefit them in the slightest, because they will likely have a bad weekend where they just get demolished the whole weekend, because if you can't qualify for the daily knockout tournaments, which, no disrespect to some FIFA players, they're very, very easy. I know. You know, for me, I usually generate 25 or more wins on a weekend. Usually 28 or more wins on a weekend, actually. And so the daily knockout should be theoretically easy for me. But the daily knockouts are very, very easy. So if you're unable to put together a 4-win streak in a daily knockout, honestly, you will not enjoy Foot Champs Weekend League. So I don't think that they should just give people, you know, a token in a pack where then they can then qualify for the Weekend League that they will just absolutely hate. I don't think that would be a positive thing for the person or for the community. And on the same note as Foot Champions, Theo Hardy says, I qualified for Foot Champs this past week in a daily knockout tournament. However, I feel as soon as you play the Weekend League, it's a different league. It's so much harder to get wins, coins, etc. Do you think in FIFA 18, EA needs to separate top-class FIFA players into their own league? For me, this would be perfect, and I'm sure other people as well, because it would be a lot easier to get the top rewards. Great content and keep up the good work. I mean, I disagree with why you want to separate people, because you want to separate people because you want the best rewards and you're not good enough to get them. That's the harsh truth. I don't agree with saying, oh, you're so good that you get into a new league. What I think, based on both of these comments, is that, and what we've spoken about before, is I personally think that they need to have just a ranked ladder. It needs to be a situation where you don't have to qualify to play ranked until you get to a certain level, like in other games. You know, let's say once you get to a certain division, you're qualified to play ranked, or you just play 10 placement matches, and then it puts you in a rank from Elite 1 down to Gold 3. Sorry, Bronze 3. And then you play your matches throughout the week, and wherever you finish in the rank throughout the week, and you can play as many or as few games as you want, wherever you finish, that's the reward you get. And then the next week, the rank restarts, the ladder restarts, but you get placed based on you know, your previous performances. And then it would work on ELO, so you would play against people who are of the same rank of you. If you're in Bronze 3, you're playing against other players with the you know, the ELO or the MMR from Bronze 3. If you manage to move yourself up to Gold 2 for the week, you'll be playing against people that are Gold 2 rated. So it will give, it will separate the ladders, because right now it says that there's a success-based matchmaking system, but that's all EA tell us. I struggle to believe that that's a real thing. Because it's just so random and so wild that this, like in these games here that you're seeing, I had 3 consecutive games that were rage quit before 10 minutes, and then the next game I came up against a dude that it was near impossible for me to beat. He was so good at the game, and then the next game I got 2 more rage quits in a row. Like it's so wild in its matchmaking that it's hard for me to believe that it's based on anything other than some form of like formula that does take into consideration your wins, but mostly it's like, hey, let's find you an opponent real quick and we'll try and find the best closest match player. That seems to be what it's about. I don't know that for sure because EA don't tell us for sure. But in general, I think a ranked ladder that is week long and open 24 hours a day is going to be far more beneficial than any kind of free token or segregation of good players and bad players or anything like that. I think a ranked ladder would be the best way forward. Anyway, guys, the gameplay is coming to a close here. I can't even remember what the win-loss ratio was. I think we're 9-5. I've played some good FIFA. I've genuinely got unlucky in some games where, you know, I had one game where I lost 2-0 and my keeper made no saves. I was dominating at half-time. I got an unlucky counter-attack against me, and then my opponent just sat deep and killed the game off. It's really, really unfortunate. However, this is going to be the end of the gameplay, so let's get into the live. So, guys, after 12 games, of course, 10 games this episode, we had 2 in the live video. I'm 8-4. I'm so angry. Again, just with myself. There's only one game that was actually tough. I got so many rage quits as well, like banging through the games like nobody's business today. I got 3 rage quits, 1-0 after like 3 minutes, 1-0 after about 4 minutes, and then I think 1-0 after about 8 minutes. And I was banging through the games. In the last game that I just played against that dude, I was dominating the game. And then just before half-time, he got a corner off of literally his only attack. I'll show the half-time match stats. He got a header that fell to his player and he popped in the back of the net. Now, he was clearly a good player. but I was controlling the game. And then after he scored that one goal, he just went ultra defensive, slowed the game right down. And I don't blame him. You know, we've been through this so many times. I'm not trying to attack him or what he's doing. Once you get a lead against, I was clearly a tough opponent for him. You know, like it was a strong game. I was you know, I had like 58% possession at half time. I was creating opportunities. I was just generally in control. And once he got that goal, he just deaded the game, just slowed it down. Of course, I had to come out a little bit, went high pressure, attacking to try and get another goal, and he ends up hitting me on the counter. And he got a penalty that just, it wasn't even a penalty. Like, I didn't tackle, first of all. He run across Smalling. I didn't even go down. They kind of just bumped into each other, and the ref gave a penalty, and that just deaded the game for me. And I feel like in all 4 losses, I've just been unlucky, and it's, you make your own luck in this game. So I could do better, and I should do better. I feel devastated to be 8-4. It's crazy because 9-3. That is a 3-to-1 win-loss ratio on target for Elite. This is only 1 win different, right? This is, instead of 9-3, this is 8-4. It's that 1 loss instead of a win. I've got to pull it out of the bag if I want to get Elite, but I'm honestly, I'm probably just going to go for Gold 1 this week. I'm probably just going to get Gold 1. I don't know what's happened in the last sort of 6 weeks, since my court case really. Since those weekends, I've been bouncing between Elite Gold 1 and Elite 3. I haven't hit Elite 2 in God knows how long. And I literally, like, last weekend I went Gold 1, the weekend before Elite 3, the weekend before Gold 1, the weekend before Elite 3. Like, it's just been an alternate between Elite and Gold. And I think it's because I don't have the same drive that I had, because I don't care for the rewards. As crazy as that sounds, I tried to explain it in a previous video, and a few people were, like, really didn't understand what I was trying to say. So I'll try and explain it a little bit better here. What I've got on my bench is just hundreds of thousands of coins, probably about 400,000 to 500,000 coins worth of investments that I'll hopefully be able to sell on for sort of like 600,000 to 700,000 coins, right? I've got 800,000 coins in the bank. I've got some incredible players in the team. I've got some sellable players. We've got another, for example, we've got Gaetan, Dendonka, DeMarcos, Giuliano, Marcano. Like, we've got another 500,000 coins worth of players just sitting here waiting to be sold. So with what we've got in the club, in the trade pile, and in coins, I've got about 2.5 to 3 million coins all set. If I sold absolutely everything, I'd come out around the 2.5 to 3 million coin mark. On top of that, I've got 2 absolutely incredible teams and some. I've got a plethora of players that I can use. So it's now a situation where when I get Gold 1 or Elite, if I get Elite 3, like, again, worst case scenario, and I know some people say that I talk about this a lot, but it's interesting to me, it's intriguing to me. If I get Elite 3, let's say I got Elite 3 this week and it was a bad week and I got this guy, Ionita, Rossi, Sinclair, even DeMarcos, this 81 rated dude, Gomez. There's so many cheap players here. The 70,000 coins, the 100k pack, which we can probably attribute about 30 to 40,000 coins for. So let's say 100k plus whatever we get here. We're looking at like 200 to 250k average, 150k on a bad week, and maybe 400k on a good week if we get Elite. And it's not enough for the point where I'm like, damn, I need that coins, I need those money. I can use this 800k and make 100 to 150,000 coins in no time at all, just by sitting there waiting and watching football and waiting for a ones to watch card to boom. For example, today, I didn't do it today because I was literally sitting there looking at the Jovetic cards. He did end up scoring for Sevilla, and I was looking at his cards for like 30,000 coins, 32,000 coins. I was like, man, let me just buy like 3 or 4. As I was contemplating it, he scored, his price went to 65k, I didn't buy any. If I bought 3 or 4, I would have made 120,000 coins right there, straight away off the bat, just trading the ones to watch cards. And that's now the same amount of coins that I'd make on, you know, an average Gold 1 week or a bad Elite 3 week. So in terms of that, there's no desire to really push myself, and on top of that, like I'm playing, but I need a break. I need a break from weekend league, like a proper break. We get a 4-day weekend league this weekend, which allows me to play my games a little more casually. I'm going to play through 8 more games today on Saturday, then I'm going to leave myself 10 for Sunday and 10 for Monday, which will be absolutely fine for me, you know. And if we get Gold 1, we get Gold 1. If we get Elite 3, we get Elite 3. If I finish Gold 2, who knows? I might, you know, I'm not even guaranteed to finish there. I'm 9-4 right now. If I lose my next game, I'm 8-4. If I lose my next game, I'm 8-5. All of a sudden, it's a horrendous weekend, you know. But I don't have the desire to try so hard to the point where I need the wins. You know what I mean? Like I give up so easily, and I can feel it in myself. Like as soon as I go a goal down in a game now, I can just feel myself giving up and getting angry. And the one game against the dudes, was it the 5 at the back dudes? I can't remember which one it was, but I went. Yeah, no, it was the 5 at the back dude. He equalised. I got so angry that he equalised, irrationally angry that he equalised, that I instantly held second man press and sprint. And all of a sudden he passed it through me, got a second goal straight away, and I literally conceded because I gave up at 1-1. It's so shit. It's so bad. I'm just fed up. I'm fed up of having to play these sweaty games 40 times a weekend. Something's going to have to change. I'm at a position now with the pack only account where this might be my last weekend on there. So it will be interesting to see if and how my weekend league rewards on this account change if I stop that account, because I was getting elite every single week before that account and for about the first 2 to 3 weeks during that account, which I was only playing about 10 to 12 games on that account. Now that I'm playing 20 to 30 games on that account, my weekend league rewards on this account have suffered, and I don't want that to happen. I do want to still give it my best. I just find myself, like I said, I just find myself giving up so easily. It's just pathetic. It's genuinely pathetic. I don't know what to say about it. I'm 8-4 right now. I'm gonna go and play to 20 games. So the next video will just be only 8 games long. I would like to be 15-5 after there, but 14-6 isn't the end of the world, because 14-6 is that, like in a case of 20 games, if you get 15-5, you're on target for 30 wins, which is elite. But because elite's only 29 wins, 14-6 and then 15-5 still gets you to elite. So there's still possibility for me to get to elite if I can scrape up to 14-6. If I can get to 15-5, great. If I go 13-7, oh man, I don't know. It'll be a gold 1 week if I go 13-7, most likely. You know, I'd have to then win 16 of 20 games to end up getting elite. I don't know if I'll be able to do that. But guys, this is going to be the end of the video for today. I hope you did enjoy it. I hope I wasn't moaning. I want people to know, when I talk about opponents, I'm past the stage of getting angry at my opponents, and I'm more at the stage of getting angry at either myself and my poor gameplay, or at the game for not allowing me to have reasonable reactions to other people's actions. Like when that dude went defensive and started passing it around the back line and holding the ball, I don't have an option to counter that. I have to get lucky to get the ball off of him, or press so high that I leave myself vulnerable behind. There's no alternative. There's nothing that says, okay, keep a few defenders back and everyone else push on. It's you either push everyone up and leave yourself exposed in behind, or you just don't get the ball. I wish there was just a few more options for when you don't have the ball, because right now it's a struggle. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna try and go into the next games with a positive attitude, see if I can get myself a nice early goal. If I can get a couple of wins under my belt and get myself to like 10-4 or 11-4, I'll feel a hell of a lot better. You know, I'll be able to push on to 14-6 or 15-5, no problem. But one other thing that's weird, I'm playing against some serious dudes, right? I took a lot of easy wins today, but in a couple of the games that I played that I've lost, they've been really, really strong opponents. Now, if there is matchmaking in this game, like I've been told, please EA, drop me down a tier. I can't deal with this. Every time I get a win streak of 3 or 4 games, I come up against like literally top 100 caliber players. I don't mean necessarily that have finished in the top 100, but definitely players that have the capabilities to finish in the top 100. I'm not cut out for that. I'm just not. But anyway, guys, this will be the end of the video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. I'm out. Peace.